This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So I'm about to go back on Facebook and I did not post the rules list. So do you want me to just say the rules when we open, like when people start joining?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was gonna make like a little flyer or something, and then post it in the group, but I'll do that a little bit later. But when they first join.
Well, I mean, I think like the first 5 minutes probably it'd be good for like information,
Right.
just for those who, how some people they might see something but choose to ignore, or they scroll through it and they never get to actually read it.
Yeah.
So if we just, basically let them, inform them when they're here,
Okay.
that they know. So, has anyone responded as of yet?
No, not yet, but let me get back on top of that too. Hold on.
Let me see. They got your government on the divine circle.
It got what?
Your government.
How? I made the name Divine Circle on purpose.
Well, that's what your display name is. Your display name is Divine Circle, right?
Uh-huh.
But your account is under your name.
It shouldn't be because I literally put everything as Divine Circle. Hold on.
It really is. So, okay. Are you Shanika Benson?
No.
Okay, somebody else tried to get in already.
Okay. So what happened?
But they must have left.
Good evening, my loves. Okay, you said if somebody tries to join, where will I see that at?
I'm the host. I made it so because I created it.
Okay, you're gonna see. Okay.
It popped up in my email.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, nope, I can see people.
They coming in?
Somebody I think I added. Yes, I just added somebody. Hello, my love. How are you? Oh, she's still connecting her audio. I don't know if her audio was working. Rosie, can you hear us?
It immediately puts you on mute as soon as you come in. So she would have to take herself off mute. There we go.
Hi guys. How you doing?
Sure everything is working.
This is so awesome. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Oh, let me go to my book.
I'm so excited. So what made you want to join, Rosie?
So I have had the sorry if I sound distracted. I am multitasking. I have had the Sacred Woman book for over a year, and I'm ashamed that I've had it that long and not really delved into it, but I just really knew that it was going to be intense in a good way. And so anyway, I've been wanting to do it, and I just find I think it would be more of a rewarding journey if I could do it with other like-minded women who are on the same path to healing multiple aspects in their life. And I mean, the basis of your book club is more in lines with the kind of content and material that I personally want to feed and nurture myself with. So that's why I wanted to be a part of the book club.
Well, thank you. And don't feel bad. I have the book somewhere, and Divinity made me realize that I have it packed away in my attic somewhere and I still have not read it. But I did also just order the journal, and then we'll be
Nice.
playing the audiobook. So we'll kind of go over the journal prompts together if anybody else does not have the journal. Because again, I didn't even know there was a journal before Divinity let me know that there was one. So grateful for her.
Yes. She also has another book called Overcoming Your Angry Vagina, something like that. And that's, I mean, I feel like all her books always have that spiritual aspect to it, but this is more catered towards women that want healing in their womb, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it's spiritual, physically, like PCOS, endometriosis, or from past traumas and stuff like that. So it's another good book, you know?
I'm definitely going to look into that. I'm gonna see if I can find an audio for that too, because maybe that'll be something that the ladies will be interested in reading.
But I mean, what a way to kick off. I mean, today is an amazing day. Hello, two.
Yes.
Yeah. But listen, let me shut up because I could be a chatty Cathy, you know?
Girl, it's okay. It's only the three of us right now, and I'm still trying to invite other people to see if anybody else is gonna join.
All right, cool. So where are you ladies from?
I am from Detroit, and I currently stay in Tennessee.
Nice. I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
What'd you say?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York. So if you hear all the noise, pardon.
Well, I could kind of tell by your accent.
I get that. I get that a lot.
Divinity, can you hear us? I was gonna say, it looks like her screen had been frozen for a while. I'm about to text her. Hi, Shanika. I'm about to mute myself and call you.
I'm gonna do the same because I know it's noisy out here.
Okay. Okay, so Divinity's connection is messing up a little bit because it is raining there. Shanika, can you hear us? Shanika. Shannon, can you hear me?
Hey, how you doing? Yes, I hear you. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Just making sure. No, you're fine. We're still just kind of waiting on people. So since today is the first meeting anyway, we're just kind of do a little meet and greet, kind of just go over the rules because we kind of got a late start to it anyway. So we're going to kind of do that for the first meeting. And then after that, we'll actually get started on the book.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And the ladies that are on here now, I just want to make sure none of you mind that I'm recording this to post it on YouTube, correct? Rosie, Shannon.
Oh, sorry. No, that's fine with me.
Well, I just want to make sure I have everybody's permission.
Right.
No, that's cool. Thank you for checking in. As soon as you log in, it lets us know though.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Nah, but it's but thank
Did
you
not
for
realize that.
checking in. Yeah. Nah, I'm cool with it.
Okay. Divinity, are you there? I think hers is still messing up. So it is 4:13. I think Zoom, because we're still kind of deciding which Zoom we want to go with. So this one only gives us 40 minutes. We're going to get a paid version soon, but we're still deciding which one we're going to go with, which is also why we're just going to do kind of the meet and greet today. But I'm going to give everybody until like 4:20 Central Standard Time to come in, and then I'll just kind of go over the rules that me and Divinity came up with. I don't know if she can hear us and if her stuff is working. She did want to say a prayer for everybody that is involved in this, just to put protection over all of us while we're on the book, doing the book club. And then we kind of just wanted to go around and see where everybody was from and, maybe get everybody to tell us a little bit about themselves. Oh, you know what? I am so crazy because, no, why did she do that? So Shannon, have you ever read the book before?
I haven't, but I'm very familiar with Queen Afua. I hope I'm saying her name right. I listen to her son all the time on this podcast that I like to listen to. So I know about her work. I've seen her on the Breakfast Club, but I've never read this book before.
Don't feel bad. I have not either. Rosie has not. Honestly, Divinity seems like she's the only person who has so far. But I do have the audiobook. So the next book meeting we have, we'll actually start listening to the audiobook. I also did purchase her journal. So we'll kind of stop and go through some of the journal prompts together as well as we're doing the book club. So that way, anybody who does not have it, they can write the questions down. And if they want to share, they can. If they don't want to share, they don't have to. But I do want this to be a healing session for everyone. There you are.
I apologize. I had to come in through my phone.
Well, I told them I would give them till 4:20 Central Standard Time, 5:20 Eastern Standard Time to try to see if anybody else is going to come in. Then after that, if they join or don't join, you can say the prayer and then we can go through the rules and then we can kind of just, introduce ourselves and kind of where we're just at with our spiritual journeys.
Understood. Gotcha. So where's everyone at now? I'm in Eastern Standard Time. What time zones are you in?
I'm in Eastern Standard too.
Rose is in Eastern Standard because she says she's in Brooklyn. And then I'm not sure if Shanika can hear us or not. So excuse me, guys, I'm not being rude. I'm just going through posting the link some more to see if anybody else wants to join.
So is this a good time, or is this a good time for y'all? Like one of those times where like you getting like this is when you're home right off of work times.
Well, honestly, I'm able to come today because I'm off. I usually work from 12 p.m. to 9, but I work from home, so I could still participate, you know what I mean? And have this on my phone right next to my computer and still listen in and be a part of the congregation.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what about for you, Rosie? Is this normally a good time for you? Are there any specific days of the week that works best for anybody?
I mean, and not gonna like today's a rarity for me to at this time, but
Okay.
I'd say like at least 6 and onward in Eastern time,
Okay.
if that's possible, you know. But I know that you have a lot of members in the book club, so you know what I mean. Like, do what's best for everyone, you know.
Right. We're gonna post a poll up in the group probably sometime this week. That's also why I'm recording it, so I can post it on YouTube, so that way people can go to the replays. Divinity is recording it, so people can go to her page and watch the replays. And then once we get started with the book, I'll start putting it on Clubhouse, and I have replays on Clubhouse too, so that way nobody feels like they ever have to miss out. And if they want to join in, at different times or different days, they still can,
Yeah.
and not feel like they missed out on previous meetings.
Sounds beautifully organized.
Yeah.
We are trying.
Yeah, on it.
So one more minute, and then Divinity, do you mind leading us in the prayer?
Yes. Yes, so.
I just sent somebody else the link because they asked if they could join in. So we're going to see if she's able to come.
So I would like to say there's no spiritual religion per se. It's just a matter of grace. It's just a matter of just blessing this circle so that we as sisters, we all come together. So, I know that in certain, groups, they make it, a mandatory to pray to God, or I'm a Muslim myself, or pray to Allah, or even spirit or divine. There is no, and based on my perception or perspective of things, there is no right or wrong. We are all created in the same image. We're just different apples of the same tree, basically. So, but the whole purpose in prayer is to bring in or bring forth this positive energy, this to bring in the energy of spirit, so that it can protect us, so that it can manifest, all through us. You know me?
Completely agree with you.
Right. Yeah.
So it is now 5:21. So Divinity, if you could lead us in that, please.
Thank you. Say, Spirit, the ancestors, the guardian angels, I'm grateful for today. I'm so humble that you have allowed us to have this meeting so that we can spread your energy, so that we can spread your knowledge throughout our groups or our circle of people. I ask that you please protect us, guide us, and continue to, bring us knowledge so that we can all understand or come to a higher level of knowledge through you. I think.
I'll say. So ladies, we don't have a lot of rules to the group, but give me 1 second so I can pull them up. So our first rule for the group is that we want this to be for a divine female energy or feminine energy. So with that being said, we are only allowing women into the group. That does include anybody who refers themselves as a woman and feels like they have feminine energy and divine feminine energy. If that is something that anybody is uncomfortable with, you can message myself or Divinity on Facebook and let us know. You know, we want everybody in the group to be comfortable, but we do also want to open it up for anybody who may need healing. So typically if possible, we do want you to try to have your cameras on. We do like to try to see everybody. We do want everybody to be able to see everybody else so we can kind of gain each other's energy, because I feel like everybody that's in the group, I feel like y'all all have such wonderful and beautiful energy, and just being able to see each other's faces does allow us to gain energy from you. And you never know who's going to need the energy that you have. And I'm not saying that y'all have to turn them on right now, but just, you know, when y'all can, we do ask that you can turn your cameras on if you can. Our number one rule, Josh probably should have started with this: be kind. Be kind to one another, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself. There's literally no reason to be mean, rude, or nasty to anyone. If people disagree, it's okay. We're adults. We all have disagreements. The only thing that we ask is that you handle it like an adult and that you be kind. These rules will be posted in the group. It will be a pinned post, so that way everybody will have to acknowledge that they agree to this, because I do know it's almost 100 members in the group already. So they will be posted in the group. But for anybody who is not being kind, we will consider it cyberbullying and you will be removed, no questions asked. So seriously, just be kind to one another, be kind to yourselves, please. And then while we are actually listening to the book, we will have discussions. We do ask that while you are speaking and voicing your opinion and your thoughts on the books, this book and future books, that you try to minimize what you are saying for 2 to 3 minutes, especially depending on how large the group is for that day, to kind of just give everybody a chance to speak if they do want to speak. With that being said, even though you will only be able to necessarily be verbal for 2 to 3 minutes, the discussion can and will continue in the Facebook group. If y'all want to create like a Facebook group chat with people that you know resonate with, you can do that as well. So that way, again, it just helps everybody be able to heal the way that they need to and at their pace. So I think those were all the rules. Yep, those were all the rules. So, do you know how much more time we have on this divinity?
It looks like it's 5:26. So it was
And we
20
started
minutes.
at 5 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you want to start like the preface of the book now?
Is everyone comfortable with that? Or did you want to?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
Rosie, are you okay with that? I know you're kind of busy.
Yes, absolutely. No, you guys have
Okay.
my full attention.
Oh, I want to say, for those who Sister shared earlier, but for those who could find it, this is a journal that goes with the book. So, if we can find, if there's possible, I might be able to, if I can find a PDF copy of the journal aspect of it, then I personally, if I can find it, then I'll post it on the group. Because I feel like this is very important, if possible, for to bring forth our like artists. It's about journaling, it's about purging. And so I believe that this is beneficial to us.
So is there like particular questions pertaining to certain chapters in that book, or is it just a book for journaling? Like have you ever, like, you know what I mean?
Can you
And
see my screen? Are you able to look at the screen?
Yeah, I see it. So,
I don't know
okay,
how clear that is.
Huh.
That don't look clear at all to me, but basically it gives you the different gateways. And I'll let Divinity explain a little bit more because she has read the book and she has had the journal a lot longer than me.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she pretty much, well, what I'll say is this: in this book, is 11 gateways. Each one is going to require certain things, a specific way of purging or healing that that she is asking of us to do.
Well,
So
dang.
the pages will look the same.
I want to get the book.
Girl, get it. I find my
For
journal
real?
today.
I feel like
today.
I'm ordering it today. I'm gonna see if I could go ahead and put that $12.99 Amazon to use, and let me get that express delivered.
Okay.
Healing journey, like she's like, you, if you're on this journey, it's work. It's work because it's work. She wants you to do the work.
Yeah, I heard, I'm all about reading reviews about something before I buy it. And like I said, I followed her for a while, but I've read reviews about this book, and a lot of people were saying it was like a little difficult, that there's certain aspects of the book that they just like, I'm not. So I'm just like, dang, what? I don't know what could she be talking about.
One of the things
interested.
Is that if possible, we can, during this spiritual journey or through some of it that we're required, or she asks us to avoid meats, avoid certain food items that'll
Okay.
like sugars and sweets and, excuse me, my apologies, phone's going off. Yeah, she asked that because this is all about purging. It's about healing our mother energy, our divine feminine energy. It's about cleansing the womb, cleansing our bodies, cleansing, our us as divine feminines. So she is asked that, she's going to ask certain things of us, that we honor ourselves in certain ways. For example, one of the things that she's going to ask of us is that we have an altar, for ourselves.
Definitely.
So this is more like a lifestyle change. Well, this is to reprogram, I guess you would say, reset some of the things that us as women have been programmed into, since maybe even childhood. We might even have mommy issues. And this is to reset all of that so that we can understand who we truly are, our fullest potential as women.
So I was going to start the preface, but we have 9 minutes left in this first Zoom meeting since we didn't pay for it yet. And the preface is 30 minutes. So we're going to wait till the next meeting. But since we kind of went over the book, Rosie introduced herself earlier. Shanna, is there anything that you'd like to tell us about yourself?
Hi, my name is Shannon. I am an artist, I'm a tarot reader, empath, spiritual gangster. I consider myself being. I love all things that's of the universe. The universe loves me. And I've been on this journey for quite some time, and I kind of got distracted from it for a second. So I want to realign myself. And I think that it's necessary for us to be aligned with that divine feminine energy, especially as women of color, the way that we are being, you know, casted right now, how we're being looked at. So this is something that's important to me, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I ain't gonna talk too much because I know we got 2 to 3 minutes, but I appreciate being a part of it, and I look forward to the journey.
I want to thank you for being a part of the journey with us. This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm excited to see that people actually want to join and, share their energy with us. So I'm grateful for everybody that was able to join today. So question for you guys too, how often would you want the book club to meet? Would you want it to be weekly? Would you want it to be bi-weekly? Shannon or Rosie? Because I'm not sure if Shanika can hear us.
So I do have a question. With this book, because I'm about to order it. Like I feel like I need to have it, the tangible item in my hand, so I could like follow through and absorb it better. But I was wondering, like, okay, so is each chapter going to be like a lesson? Because I was like, what if we did like if we focused on each chapter at a time and had the lesson and had like homework or something like that, or we could come back and talk about it in some way. I don't know. I'm just throwing out an idea.
Nah, that sounds good. I like that.
So that definitely, because it seems like, because again, I haven't read it yet, but just me looking at the audiobook, it seems like there is basically each chapter we could go through it, but also with that being said, some of the chapters are going to take 2 hours for them to go through on the audiobook. So would you guys even be okay with like the session going on for 2+ hours? All of you, including you, Divinity?
I think it depends on who has the book versus who doesn't, because let's say a person can't make it that particular week, at least if they have the pages, they could also read it on their own and be prepared for like the next time we all meet.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, because like that way we could read the books. We'll be able to still attend, the meetings, but that way we'll still be able to read the book on our own. And then that way we'll each be on the same chapter. And then when we come back, we'll each be able to give our perspective of what we learned from that chapter throughout that week. You know what I mean? Because when you say purging, that sounds like you pushing something out. And you know what I mean? I think that us being able to take a week in our own individual lives and be able to come back on that one specific day where we'll be able to be like, oh, like that might take 2 hours. You know what I mean? Okay. So we could.
So let me ask you, because we were going to play the audiobook. So would you prefer that we don't play the audiobook and for everybody to read it themselves? And then we just come back and talk about it?
In my opinion, I think that'd be dope too. I don't know.
Well, we were just thinking for anybody who did not have the book, or even if they couldn't afford the book, we did purchase the audiobook for anybody who needed to be able to listen to it just for whatever reason if they can't get their hands on a copy of the book.
Right. So then that way the week that we be off and we each read our individual books, they could still listen to the audiobook. You know what I mean? And then we could still meet up on a specific day and talk about it together. We like, okay, we on chapter 2. Boom, we gonna meet on this day. that's going to inspire them to read it and get what's done and be able to bring it back to the table and see what they learned. You know what I mean? And possibly teach another person who could have went through something similar.
I think that we should have a certain time frame to read the, like through the sessions, for example. Like we should spend maybe, let's say if we have a 2-hour session, we should spend an hour of the session on the book, you know, and we should have some communicate with each other of where we are journey, because someone might need another person's help, you know.
Right.
So I think that that's just, you know, me, and everybody is on a different level, and they may even go at a different pace.
So with that being said, so since some of the chapters are 2 hours on the audiobook, do you feel like we should just do like half a chapter for one session? Okay.
Yeah, that's not about that. That makes sense too.
But if you put the 2 hours, let's say, okay, chapter 17 is 2 hours, but you put it up on YouTube, that allows people who don't have the book to prepare in advance.
Well,
like Shannon said, I believe we could still all come together and maybe perhaps for, you know, if the audio portion is like 2 hours, then perhaps in those instances we'll meet on a bi-weekly basis just to give everyone like some real time to digest, because maybe it's a really very intense, very involved, like it's going to take a lot of self-reflection, journal writing, really pondering over this, and we don't know what's going on in everyone's individual lives. So I don't know, that's just the option.
Okay, no, but I do like that idea that we can just post it on YouTube and share that link in the group. And then people can listen to it on their own versus us having to listen to it during the Zoom meetings necessarily.
Yeah, we can use, like Shannon said, we can use the Zoom meetings and Divinity as well. We utilize the Zoom meetings to connect and to share and see what we learned and, you know, learn from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then we can always post questions and everything in the actual group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the discussion is there. And that'll
that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just want to give everybody heads up, we're about to get cut off.
Oh, wow. Time flies when you having fun. Well, kind of, you know, we talking.
So me and Divinity will get together. We'll kind of try to figure out what we're going to do as far as Zoom goes. And we'll kind of just keep you guys updated. Is there a specific day of the week that works for you guys though?
I'm always free on Fridays, Saturdays. Either way, I could still listen in if it's a day that I'm working.
Okay. What about for you, Rosie?
I'll make the time. I want to really make this a priority.
Okay. Well, thank you both for joining, and you too, Shanika, if you can hear us. Not sure if you can hear us or not, but thank you all for joining. Me and Divinity are going to do some more brainstorming to make sure that everything is flowing smoothly from here on out.
It was lovely to meet all y'all. I'm looking forward to the next session.
Us too. Thank you guys.
Bye, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Well,
thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Hold on real quick. Can I kick people out of here? Do you know?
Yeah, just
we can
we can remove her.
Oh, participants, hold on.
Now.
Yourself. See, I just wasn't even sure if like she had been listening or not.
He was just in here.
Which is fine, but like I didn't see her muted and I heard absolutely no sound. So I had no idea. I also kind of just want to sit on here too while we chat just to see how much longer it's actually going to give us.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking on them lines too. I think if anything, they might give us until 6 o'clock.
Okay. A full hour instead of 40 minutes.
I mean, we're still on here, and I started it at 5, so
Right.
we can see how long it'll go. I mean, do you
Okay,
like
so
or do you like Zoom?
I do so far. That's why I kind of just want to sit on here too, because I wanted to see basically how long it will have to stay on here and if we actually would get kicked off and would we need to pay for it.
Oh well, yeah. Well, it's on mine. We're gonna see because it's on mine. It's just an account. We'll see. We'll see how they go. But I think this is. I mean, yeah. I think this is like for something that you're working towards, like at another point. Now, when we were talking, another option that